Hi there, Terry. How are you today?
I'm good, considering the asthma I just found out about and everything. I'm pretty good.
Right. That was kind of something I wanted to talk to you about. So tell me a little bit about what you've been going through recently as far as, health concerns and, how you've been feeling.
Well, the past couple of months have been kind of hard. It's like everywhere I go, when I walk upstairs or go to the grocery store, I just feel winded. Like I'm just out of breath, and I don't know. It's just been really hard, and I feel the way I kind of felt before.
Right, right. You're on some medications. Has that been helping you?
Um,
How's that been?
they were, but not as much anymore.
Right,
They're
right. So you feel as if you can't do some of the physical things you used to be able to do. Um, are you having trouble with your day-to-day routine?
Um, I just get out of breath really easily. Like going upstairs, is really hard. I have to stop and catch my breath at times.
Hmm. That sounds like it can be, cause some serious health problems with your day-to-day routine. Asthma can have some very life-altering symptoms.
Yeah.
Now, Terry, I see in your chart that you're a smoker.
Uh,
Is it okay if we talk about your nicotine
I
use?
knew this was coming. I
Right.
didn't. I wasn't ready for a lecture today. You know.
Um, I understand it's a difficult subject to discuss, but if you don't mind, we can talk with each other. We can get feedback from each other. It'd be a very casual conversation.
Okay, I trust you. So let's hear it.
All right. So why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about your nicotine use?
Um, well, something that's very normal for me. I've been smoking since I was 14. My dad was a heavy smoker. He actually passed away a couple years ago from
I'm
lung
sorry to
cancer.
hear that.
Thanks. So yeah, ever since I was 14, I mean, it's just normal for me. It helps me relieve stress. I don't get stressed out. I just have a smoke and yeah.
So tell me a bit about the routine
Let's see.
day
I
to
wake
day.
up in the morning. I have a cigarette with my cup of coffee. On the way to work, I'll probably have another one. Um, we get a lot of breaks at work, so every break I'll probably have a cigarette or two, and on the way home probably have another one. And once I get home, I have a cigarette in my mouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a stress reliever.
So you're telling me you smoke about 2 packs a day
Yeah,
for the
two
past 10 years?
two packs. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
all
about
right.
it.
So it sounds like you have some pretty routine smoking habits.
Yeah.
Terry, I want you to know I'm a little bit concerned about your smoking habits and how they relate to your health. Health risks related to smoking are tremendous. And you know that smoking causes some of these respiratory issues and can actually cause some of them to become worse, especially with your recent diagnosis. And it could cause some of the shortness of breath that you've been experiencing. And
Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
yeah, and even down the road, it can cause things like lung cancer. And I was just wondering if you've thought about the connections between your smoking habits and your recent diagnosis with asthma.
Um, well, I haven't thought about it until you just connected it, but yeah, I can see how that could probably add to it, you know. But I mean, I don't see how smoking can be that bad. Like, I mean, I've been doing it since I was 14. It's pretty normal for me, so
Right.
I know it has bad effects, but
Right. And sometimes those effects don't come into play until a few years down the road. At first it might not really cause any issues, but those issues can be brought up.
yeah,
Um, and smoking can be very irritating to the lungs as well.
yeah.
So, Terry, I would like you to consider possibly cutting back on your smoking and maybe even quitting.
I don't know about that. I told you I've been smoking since I was 14.
Right, right.
That's a big step.
I understand it can be a big lifestyle change. Maybe we can just talk about some of the pros and cons of continuing to smoke, and then we can go on and talk about the pros and cons of quitting.
Okay.
All right, so tell me some of the things you like about smoking.
Um, it helps me relieve stress. Like when I'm on edge, it's just a good stress reliever, and I don't want to go back into my depression that I was in before. So as long as I keep the stress off,
Right.
don't feel like I'll get back to that point.
So you're telling me that what you like about smoking is that, it calms you down.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Okay, what are some of the negative aspects of smoking? If you continue to smoke, what are some bad things that could come from it?
Um, I I'm scared that I may get cancer like my father. And I won't be able to see my niece. My brother won't let me see my niece because I smoke so much. I really can't go more than an hour without lighting a cigarette, and he doesn't like that I smoke. So that's a really hard part.
Okay, so I'm hearing there's a lot of negative things in your smoking habits. I'm hearing that you don't like the relationship you have with your niece, or you can't have a relationship with your niece.
Yeah, I can't. He won't let me.
And I'm also hearing that, you're concerned about your health, the health effects of smoking.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so let's switch to the pros and cons of quitting. What are some positive aspects if you quit smoking?
Well, I don't feel like I'll have problems with my health. I'll probably be able to catch my breath better. I'll get to see my niece. That's a good thing. And probably save about $50 a week. Not have to buy cigarettes as much.
So smoking can be expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. What are some of the negative things that could come from quitting?
I mean, I won't be as happy. Like, I feel like I'll go back into my depression, and I mean, the group sessions helped a little bit, but it just helps keep the edge off, and it keeps the stress off, and I don't know how else I'll be able to keep off that stress without smoking.
So you're telling me that you're afraid of quitting because it could possibly cause you to go back into that depression?
Yeah.
All right. So Terry, tell me a little bit more about what helped you and how you helped yourself with that depression that you experienced a few months ago.
Well, I got a few coping techniques from my group, so those helped a lot.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, those group sessions that they set up, those really helped.
I'm sure that was a really hard battle to work through. And you seem really like a motivated person.
Yeah.
And you seem like the type of person that can make a change when you need to.
Yeah, and seeing the other people in the group go through the same thing that I was, it was very motivating. Yeah.
So how do you think you can relate some of these techniques you learned through smoking cessation?
I just learned a lot about positive imagery. And there was also daily record of dysfunctional thoughts and how to get rid of those. So
right.
those really helped me. So
those are very helpful tools, and you can relate those also to smoking cessation. And there are also more support groups you could also go to. So let's bring it back to a little bit of the pros and cons, just a quick summary. You told me things you do like about smoking is that it makes you feel good and it relieves your stress. And the things you don't like about smoking are, the risk to your health and also the impact it has on your relationship with your niece.
Yeah, I really like to have a better relationship with my niece.
So Terry, it sounds like, you have some pretty significant cons on your list. So I know you haven't really given quitting much thought yet, but how confident do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 that you could quit?
I'd say maybe a 4.
A 4? All right, that's a good start. Why not a 1 or 2?
I'm just really eager to have that relationship with my niece, and I mean, after weighing out the pros and cons, I can see why it'll probably be a good idea, maybe.
Okay, so what are some steps you can take, even just to begin the process of thinking about starting to quit?
Well, I guess I can use some of those techniques they taught me in group therapy. Those will really help.
Right.
And probably not smoke. Maybe 1 pack a day.
Right. You can start by cutting down. Anything else you can do to maybe help you to have a replacement for that?
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to do cold turkey, but I heard about those nicotine gums. Those may help.
So maybe we can start by seeing what works for you.
Okay.
What's something you can do, today or within the next week to help you? What's a goal you can have?
I can go get those. They're patches, right? Nicotine patches. I think I can go get those patches today.
Okay. So that's great. Do you think maybe we can schedule a follow-up visit, maybe in a couple weeks, just so I can see how you're doing?
Sure.
We can have
I like that.
another talk. Yeah. How about Not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after?
Yeah, that works. I get off work at 5 o'clock. So.
Okay, yeah, and we can even do a phone conversation if that works better for you.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Well, you have a great day, and that was really nice talking to you.
You too. Thank you.